Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series, and it looks like we've got Naya Midrange versus Abzan Company. At least that's what it looks like so far. Naya currently has two Throbbing Inspectors and a Sin Prodder, which in my opinion is a very good card. Alright, Sylvan Advocate on the other side is attacking in, no blocks. Second main phase. Plays Grasp of Darkness to kill off the Sin Prodder. Naya is currently at 16, and Abzan is at 12. And, excuse me, now that he's killed off the Sin Prodder, they're actually pretty well even on the board. Okay, Arlen Cord from Naya makes the Wolf token, which transforms Arlen into her werewolf form. And he back to Abzan, who throws down Declaration in Stone, which gets rid of both of the Throbbing Inspectors, but it does give him 2 clue tokens for the price. So, I've got to say, at this point, it looks like Naya's in a pretty good spot. Sylvan Advocate is attacking in, going after Arlen. And he lets her take the 2 damage. The other option would have been to chump block with the Wolf token, and then on his turn, use her -1 ability to kill off the Sylvan Advocate. But since he let the damage go through, and Arlen lived, Abzan threw a Ruinous Path at her to finish the job. Naya throws a Declaration in Stone at the Sylvan Advocate to clear the way. Wolf attacks in for 2, knocks him down to 10. Follows it up with a Hangerback Walker for 1. I honestly, my first thought was a Sylvan Advocate, but Hangerback isn't a bad card either. Gideon, ally of Zendikar, makes the Knight token. Honestly, that was the best play there. I mean, he could have manned him up for the +1 so that he'd have 5 loyalty counters instead of 4, but at least this way he's got a 2/2 blocker that could trade with the Wolf token. A second Arlen Cord, and goes with the +1 ability, making the Hangerback a 3/3 haste vigilance and attacking Gideon all out. So 2/2s trade, and Gideon takes 3. He's down to 1. Makes another Knight token. 4 cards in hand for Abzan. And Anguished Unmaking knocks himself down to 7, but he gets rid of Arlen Cord. He's got 2 mana left open. He could have a card in hand, or if he doesn't have to use it, or doesn't have one, he can sacrifice a clue token at the end of turn. But now it's on Naya, 4 mana, 4 cards in hand. And, when your opponent's on 7 life, you gotta be, twisting a little bit, like, how can I put him down this turn? He's on so low life, how can I do it? And sometimes the answer is you can't. Sometimes you have to take 2 or even 3 turns to do it. But then again, we are on turn 9 and Naya is stuck on 4 mana. That's pretty bad news for him. And if he has to pass, that would be great news for Abzan. Abzan could use all the breathing space he could get. But a third Arlen Cord. And honestly, I'd make the Wolf token here. But he goes with the +1. Makes the hanger back a 3/3 vigilance. He can attack in. He's going after Gideon. I assume, yeah, the knight token chump blocks. So the knight token dies. Hanger back will live. Response from Abzan is sacrificing a clue token to draw a card. And this way, he has a blocker for Gideon if he decides to man him up to go after Arlen. Sylvan Advocate from Abzan. Manning up Gideon. And manning up Shambling Vent. He has enough land so that Sylvan Advocate is active, so that's a 4/5 Shambling Vent and a 5/5 Gideon. So Arlen is going to die this turn, so no reason to block. Okay, he blocked anyway. So, Abzan's up to 11, which is really good news for him. It's now on Naya. Abzan only has 1 mana open, so he's pretty much not going to be able to do anything until his next turn. Okay, sacrificing a clue token to draw a card for Naya. I was wondering if he was pretty much down to, I'm going to have to start sacking these clue tokens to try and get ahead. But he manages to find a Sylvan Advocate and throw it down, attacks in with the Thopter token, hitting Gideon for 1. But things are really not looking good for Naya here. Read the Bones from Abzan. That'll take him down to 9, but it'll give him 2 more cards and 4 mana left open. And at the very least, he can man up the Shambling Vent, man up Gideon, and attack all in like he did the last time, but with the Sylvan Advocate included this turn. And that would be one hell of a turn. But he's tapping for 4, going with the Languish to clear the board, leaving him with the Sylvan Advocate. Manning up Gideon to attack in for 5. And I hate to say it, but I think Naya is done. Because next turn he can attack in with the 5/5 Gideon, the 4/5 Sylvan Advocate, he can man up the Shambling Vent for 3, and the Hissing Quagmire for 3. So he can attack in with 4 creatures next turn. And all Naya has is a Throbbing Inspector. Read the Bones from Abzan. So he's not going full aggressive like my plan was. Self down to 7. Throwing out Oath of Nissa. Finds an Evolving Wilds. He does have the mana to man up the Shambling Vent. And 2 4/5s and a 5/5 is still attack. So now it's on Abzan, or Naya, excuse me. Does he have... Oh, no, he concedes. I was going to say, does he have anything in hand? No. And he... Oh. He concedes the game, and then Abzan concedes the match. That's rather unfortunate. That was a lot of firepower that Naya was throwing out there. I don't know whether he was, it was because he was stuck on such low mana, or whether he wasn't getting the right gas at, later on in the game. But, Abzan still managed to show that, Abzan isn't dead. Abzan is just, down on the list. It's not dead. But I've got to end the video there. That was Naya Midrange versus Abzan Company. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.